Hawks have raided the High Court in Pretoria following allegations that surfaced in March. A court employee is suspected of issuing fraudulent documents to undocumented foreign nationals. The fake notices of motion were allegedly used to delay or prevent deportations. This is a serious manipulation of the justice system. Now, investigators believe a single individual may be behind the operation, and evidence seized thus far during this particular raid will form part of the ongoing investigation. Let's talk more about this and other issues with the Hawks head, Dr. Godfrey Lebeya. It's good to have you in studio once again, sir. Thank you for making time for us. Let's begin with that serious matter at the Pretoria High Court. What were you able to find?
Thank you very much, and good evening to you and your viewers. Indeed, we received information in March from those who work in that space, indicating that there are sinister activities that are happening that affect those foreign nationals who are supposed to be deported. Based on that, with the affidavits that we had, there was a need to go and conduct a search so that we can gather evidence in order that we can deal with this individual. Indeed, at this stage, it's a level 5 individual in terms of ranking. Yeah. We do not believe that this individual is working alone, but at this stage, what we have is linking this individual. We shall even go outside the court because there are others who were obviously going to fetch some of these documents, yeah. Some of which work on certain firms. But otherwise, we appreciate the information that came forward so that we can be able to stop this cancer.
When you say this is a level 5 individual, does that talk to the seniority of this person's level at work? And you clearly are suggesting that he may be part of a syndicate, is it?
Yes, we believe that he is part of a syndicate. He can't be operating alone. You can't get these documents and go and serve them in some other environment where they need to be produced. There are others who are fetching this. We don't know whether they are working with the firms that they work or they are actually individual associated to this specific person. Yeah. But the evidence will assist us in that regard. What we have gathered, I think, is sufficient to be able to move further than from this individual. Yeah. Level 5 that I'm referring to is seniority in terms of ranking. You know, you normally get people appointed from level 1 to up to 16. So this one is at level 5. He's a junior, yeah. But he should be working with others.
I wonder whether you are involved at all in other allegations of court officials who are accused of very serious crimes. In the Eastern Cape, for example, the High Court there are those who are accused of demanding bribes to do work that they are paid to do anyway. Are the Hawks involved in any investigations in the Mthatha High Court Division?
I know that the Hawks is involved in some of these matters, but I think this one is recent. Yeah. There are other matters that we are involved in the Eastern Cape, not only in the Eastern Cape, you have in KwaZulu-Natal and other places. So at this stage, we can't reveal the nitty-gritties, but rest assured that if it requires the Hawks, they will be involved. At times, it may start with the detectives, either the commercial branch or the organized crime in the greater SAPS. Yeah. And if it requires the Hawks, they will come in. So at this stage, I will not be indicating as to whether we will be handling that matter or is the detective service that will be handling that matter.
Yeah. General, you are retiring at the end of this month, and you coming into studio is a perfect opportunity for us to look back at some of the work that you have done over time. Based on your, I think it's a 7-year period that you have now covered, what would you say are your big moments, your highlights?
Thank you. Indeed, I'm not sure if I'm calling it retirement, but the term of office is coming to an end. We get appointed in terms of a contract for a period of not less than 7 years, but not exceeding 10 years. So once the employer determines which period you are being offered, then when it comes to an end, you have got to exit. So I'm exiting the position that I was appointed in. I think that one have got to look at how the Hawks was like when I came in on the 1st of June 2018. And from that moment, the performance, I think that one can see on a daily basis that there is no day, no single day that goes by without a success. Yeah. Just today, we had a clandestine laboratory that has been dismantled again in Mpumalanga, the 3rd time in recent time. You look at the nature of the suspects that we have arrested since I came in office, the levels. People usually look at the levels. Are we just targeting lower level individuals, or are we going higher? Yeah. We have been going higher. And then you look at the nature of the cases that are currently serving before court. I was looking at some of the matters now, recently pending in the Free State High Court. In every province that you can talk to, you will see high-profile cases that we have placed on the court roll. As we are sitting now, we have got more than 11,000 accused persons that are currently serving before the various courts. So those are some of the matters that one can say we have been able to achieve.
Let me use one court case that is in the courts right now. I'm not asking you to get into the merits, but I do wonder, when you see developments around it, you feel you're confident about the evidence, because that is what determines the overall success of not just the Hawks, but the criminal justice system. The asbestos, 255 million rand. It is before courts. Are you confident that you have done your work to ensure a conviction?
I think that from where we are sitting, we say that we have turned every stone that needed to be turned in order to get together evidence. And with that evidence, we have tabled before the National Prosecuting Authority, who take it from that level and go and present it at court. And then the accused persons themselves obviously usually get the best defense that must come and defend them. So both sides, the state will present its case, and the defense will also want to counter that. Yeah. And then it is the presiding officer that, after weighing both sides, will have to make a decision. Remember that the state must prove its case beyond reasonable doubt. Yeah. And the defense can prove its innocence on a preponderance of probability. So that is what the presiding officer will have to look at. For us, we are satisfied that we got everything that the National Prosecuting Authority needed. Yeah. So that will help the court to make a determination.
Let's wind down the conversation. there is often the comparison of the Hawks to the previous form of elite police unit that we had in the country at that time, the Hawks, rather the Scorpions. And the success rate of the Scorpions versus the Hawks, do you sometimes feel that this is a fair or unfair comparison? Because people, there is this yearning of the Scorpions. If only we had the Scorpions, perhaps high-level crime would not be at the level it is in South Africa today.
There is usually an uninformed comparison of things that are not the same. The Scorpions had prosecutors within its investigation. There were investigators, there were prosecutors within. We have got investigators. We don't have prosecutors within. The prosecutors are within the NPA. We have got investigators. So that is number one. The second thing, I think that one of the things that the Scorpion was doing, which was good, was communication. During the time when the Scorpion existed, their communicator was communicating for both the Scorpion and the Asset Forfeiture Unit. I was heading the organized crime by then. When the organized crime is going to attach assets, the communicator for the NPA who speaks for the Scorpions and the AFU will be coming. When that person comes, they say Scorpions. Whereas it is the SAPS and the AFU who were dealing with that. I have got the facts, the statistics of both. The performance of the Scorpion for the whole period that it existed is less than 1 year of the performance of the organized crime unit of the SAPS, 1 year. So those who are making this comparison can't bring the stats.
So for those who may not know how long the Scorpions existed for, how long were they?
It's a period of about 5 years.
Yeah.
So I have got those facts because I am the one who merged the two.
Yes.
So that information, the cases that the Scorpion was handling, and those that the SAPS, the organized crime, the commercial crime, and the serious and violent crime were handling, I merged those two. So I've got the facts. I know that information.
All right. So you're going away into the sunset, as they would say. So I'm sure you won't have any difficulty with answering this question in whichever way you see fit. So are you saying, by design, the Hawks were weakened, and instead of having a unit much like the Scorpions, which had investigators and prosecutors, you were given something that was less than? Are you saying that the existence of the Hawks now is weaker by design?
No, I'll be able to answer differently. I remember, from my view, is that we have got to stick to constitutional lanes. So there are different lanes that we run in as the criminal justice system. You don't necessarily need this under one command. You need the National Prosecuting Authority that work closely with the police. So there is nothing wrong with that. I will obviously tender a different view. How can you improve the working mechanism so that it can be better than the current situation?
So
I think that I have indicated that the law requires that the National Prosecuting Authority shall, when requested by the national head of the DPCI, provide a specific unit to deal with the cases coming from the Hawks.
Yeah.
So we have got in the Hawks serious commercial crime investigators, the NPA have got prosecutors dealing with those serious commercial crime unit. You have got the serious organized crime in the DPCI. You have got dedicated prosecutors dealing with those cases.
Yeah.
We have got serious corruption investigation in the DPCI. That is the one that I say we need prosecutors, dedicated prosecutors to deal with these serious corruption cases in the DPCI. So that is where the difference is.
Dr. Lebeya, we wish you everything of the best in retirement. And do you wish to share what it is that you're going to be doing next? I'm a tool available to South Africans. If the government still feel that they can utilize this tool for any other thing, I'm available. If the institutions of higher education like me to share my skills, I'm a tool available. I'm otherwise an advocate of the High Court of South Africa. I did not throw away my gown. And that's why we refer to you interchangeably as advocate or Dr. Godfrey Lebeya. Thank you very much for your time, sir, and everything of the best in retirement.
Thank you very much.
Thank you indeed.